Good evening, everyone. Now that the NDA has been lifted for the Quake Champions beta, I wanted to jump in and do a quick video discussing some of the menus, the features, and then do some gameplay footage. So, straight away, we're here on the main menu. It's a little busy for my taste. It's a little crowded, a lot going on in here. We'll just start at the top left and kind of roll around. So at the very top, you have your in-game store options. To me, this stuff's kind of worthless. I don't really care about coming in here and buying characters and loot boxes and stuff like that. I know some people do, but to me, it's just kind of a waste. At the top, moving across, you have your play option for game modes. We'll come back to that. You earn in-game currency as you play and compete challenges and different stuff, so you can use that to redeem in the store and things. As long as these items that you're getting are just cosmetic, I don't care. I don't like it when you buy better gameplay. That cheapens the whole thing, especially for this style of a game. Next, you have some information about your specific profile. You can see your stats, your gameplay, what your latest and greatest stats are. We'll come back to settings here in just a moment. There's some daily challenges that will, again, give you some stuff at the top. We have notifications down here, such as the new game mode and the NDA is done. Then we move into Champions. Again, we'll come back to that in a second. And then loot boxes. So as you play, you earn experience. It's very similar to Overwatch. You'll gain experience every time you level up. You'll gain a chest. After you do a certain amount of leveling up, you'll gain another chest. And you can always buy them from the store. Again, in my opinion, waste of money. Across the very bottom, you have some data information and stuff specific to the beta. You do have an in-game contact list, which works well enough. I wish it was a little more integrated with existing clients such as Steam or Battle.net or the other mainstream ones. I don't know why Bethesda thought the need that let's just have another digital distribution platform instead of using something established and popular that has good integration. That said, it works so far, but it's a hassle. Moving into the champions. At the very bottom, these are the champions that you've got. Some of them are holdouts from Quake 3 and other versions of the game. Some are kind of tweaked or new. The main ones I'm playing right now are Ranger for my middle class character. I'm liking Nyx, and I'm really liking Slash for my light characters. Mostly I'm playing Slash right now. And if I need a heavy character, I'm using Scalebearer and occasionally Sorlag. I tried some of the others and I just don't like them. They're not for me. So across the left side now, you can see the stats of the character. So you can see this guy's kind of low on health, but he's moderate and good on speed and armor. Whereas if I go to Slash, he's got not very good health, terrible armor, but great speed. Nyx again, stats, Sorlag across the board. So each character is kind of unique. They have their own benefits and shortcomings. Movement in the game is fantastic. Again, I'll talk a bit about that when we do the commentated video. So champions are there. You can pull up a champion and you can customize them, change colors, things like that. I'm not big into customization, so I don't really bother with a lot of that. Somewhere I changed the color of her outfit and I already forgot where I did it. It was probably somewhere under one of the customization menus. Yeah, there it was, shaders. You can pick some of the colors. That's her default one. I was curious what I had unlocked and that was what I selected. So these are kind of cool. Some of them will definitely improve the look, and you can tailor it back to what you prefer. And that's that for the heroes. Now, gameplay at the top. These are your 4 options at the moment. They do have 2 more modes coming soon. I have done a couple rounds of Sacrifice. It's essentially capture the flag. It's alright. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It just seems kind of out of place for this style of game. Duel, just a 1v1. I have not played that yet because for some reason when I was partnered with Aztec, just he and I, we couldn't duel each other, which seemed lame. I know they're trying to combat cheaters, but really I want to fight my friends, not some random dude. Team Deathmatch, that's what I've been spending the most time in simply because I've been playing with Aztec. And when you're a team, you can't do Deathmatch, which makes sense. So those are the 2 main modes, and those are the modes that this game style was really designed for. Run and gun, high-octane, fast-paced shooters. And if you like that style of gameplay, you're going to like this game, in my opinion, especially if you go back in time. So in my past, I was a big UT99 player. I did play Quake 3 Arena, but I didn't spend most of my time there. I was still big into TFC, Counter-Strike Source, BF1942, and a bunch of other games. But as far as the competition between UT99 and Quake 3, both were fantastic games in their own right. I just leaned more towards some of the game modes that UT99 offered, and I loved some of their customized maps. I played Quake 3 primarily at LAN parties just because I was still on dial-up back then when those 2 versions were really popular, and the high speed of Quake really kind of preferred better connections than I could offer. So The game's awesome. I've enjoyed what I've played so far. There were a few issues that I had with the settings, so let's take a quick look at that. Controls. It's great to see a game that really doesn't have a lot of controls because you don't need a lot of controls. You run, you gun, you shoot, you kill. That's the game. Have fun. Under video options, what caused some issues in my first beta event was this slider here for resolution scale. It's kind of a newer addition to some games. I haven't seen it in a whole lot of other games than this, and I think there's one other out there that has something similar to it. And in the first time I played, I was rushing through the settings because I really was rushed, and I only had, I think, an hour or two left in the beta because I was so busy before I had to log out. And I just missed resolution scale. So I set my game up here for ultra, everything at 1920 by 1200, went in to play the game, and it looked like I was playing a 240p video off of YouTube. It looked terrible. Everything was just a pixelated blob. I still did all right in the game. I got a decent feel for the movement and the mechanics, but man, was it terrible. Somebody on a forum reminded me to look at this option, and the next beta event I cranked it up and everything looked fantastic again. Now, if you are a player like me who uses ultrawide or Eyefinity/NV surround, be careful. The game's not very optimized yet, so if you go into switching and run the full resolution of ultrawides, the game is going to be it's going to bog down. I have a 5820K with a moderate overclock, 32 gigs of RAM, a 1080 Ti right now, and I cannot drive my 324-inch monitors at 5760 or 50, yeah, whatever the resolution, 5670 by 1200. I was getting, I want to say, about 20 to 35 FPS in that mode with everything on ultra. I dropped shadow quality, effects quality, and anti-aliasing down to high. I was able to see 40s, but I was still dipping into 25, and it's just not playable. So hopefully they'll get that optimized soon, because I know my system's not super ultra high-end, but it's high-end enough that when you see the gameplay, the graphics aren't mind-blowingly amazing. They're good, but they're not going to blow your socks off. And that's why I'm kind of surprised that it performs kind of so poorly at the moment this far in the game at beta. So let's jump in. I'm going to do a quick round doing a bit of commentary, just kind of explain some of what's going on in the game a little bit. If you're familiar with the game, as most of you would be, I hope, then it will make sense what you're seeing. I do absolutely atrociously in that round, so if you want to watch me fail miserably, then go ahead and watch that version. After that, I'll move the mic out of my way, and I will play a couple more serious games, and I do much better. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the videos. We'll see you next time.